cornerbacks 2014-2015. Let's get it. Probably the most disputed position in all of football throughout the offseason. I'm going to give my thoughts on this and how I feel and who I feel is the top 5 cornerbacks in the NFL today. Starting off with number 5, I am going to tie 2 guys. I have 2 guys who I feel like tied at number 5. And number 5 for me is Brent Grimes and Aqib Talib. Now, Aqib Talib would probably be higher if it wasn't for his injury issues. He has injury issues, but he's still a lockdown cornerback. I still remember him on Jimmy Graham, and Jimmy Graham didn't get jacked. Aqib Talib is a big cornerback. He's physical, but he always seems to come up lame when you need him the most. When they needed him the most in the playoffs, he got an injury. Of course, that Wes Walker thing. But still, it seems to be a recurring thing with him. He has injury issues. And on the other hand, Brent Grimes is much of the same way. He's had some injury issues, but when he's out there, he has shown he can be an outstanding cornerback. Brent Grimes was a Pro Bowler last year. I don't remember if Aqib Talib was a Pro Bowler or not, but I know he had Pro Bowl caliber talent. So both of those guys are my number 5 cornerbacks. Number 4! My number 4 cornerback. And the number 4 cornerback, the guy who I think is my number 4 cornerback is Joe Hayden, the cornerback from the Cleveland Browns, a lockdown cornerback. I wish he was a little bit bigger. I tend to favor cornerbacks who are bigger. We're in a league where we see more and more receivers getting big, especially in the NFC. I mean, you look at the Bears wide receivers. Look at the Buccaneers wide receivers. Those guys are huge. So teams are going to have to go to that 6'2", 6'3" cornerback. And that's what I think the Patriots were going for as well when they got Brandon Browner. But still, Joe Hayden is excellent. He does an excellent job tracking the ball. He's excellent in man-on-man coverage. He's excellent in zone. He's got great hands. He doesn't have the athleticism of some of the guys who are going up in my top 3. But Joe Hayden is an absolutely excellent cornerback, and that's why he is cornerback number 4. Cornerback number 3. The cornerback that I put at number 3 could be the best cornerback on this list if he did not have the injury issues that he has. Now, he just joined the New England Patriots, and I think anytime I see a player go to a Bill Belichick system, I know for a fact that it's going to be great. Bill Belichick is the best head coach in football. Whatever you want to say about him, I know all about the Spygate shit. Run your plays, bitch! We filming over here! Yeah! Say all of that you want, but the guy knows how to win. Now, I don't think he's ever going to win another Super Bowl as long as he has a stand-around quarterback, but he knows how to coach players. He knows how to get the most out of his guys. I mean, and that's why I love him as a head coach. And that's why I think Darrelle Revis will bounce back and he will have the best season that he's had in quite some time. Darrelle Revis is my number 3 cornerback. Number two. And my number 2 cornerback out of my top 5 cornerbacks happens to be your man, Richard Sherman. And like I said, I tend to favor the bigger cornerbacks, the 6'3", the 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" guy that can go and match up against that 6'4", 6'5" receiver like a Vincent Jackson or even Jimmy Graham or Gronkowski. I don't want a 5'11" cornerback on a big-ass tight end or wide receiver. And that's why Richard Sherman is the number 2 cornerback on this list. Now, a lot of people want to knock him. Oh, he doesn't follow the number 1 around. Oh, he works within a system that works and got a Super Bowl. Yes, I should really stop doing what has been successful and got the Broncos an ass whooping. Take this ass whooping, Peyton Manning, bitch. And I should start doing what you feel like is, what he should do to prove that he's the best cornerback. Get the fuck out of here. Richard Sherman is a great cornerback, and what I really like about him is that not only does he talk a good game, but he goes out there and he delivers. There's not a lot of guys that talk as much shit as Richard Sherman does, and they go out there and knock the ball away from Crabtree.
After saving the game for Seattle, listen.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Or go out there and have a great Super Bowl. But Richard Sherman is my number 2 cornerback in the NFL. And the number 1 cornerback on this list for the 2014-2015 season happens to resemble my favorite cornerback of all time. This guy resembles prime time. Able to run routes as a receiver. He can be a kickoff, punt return specialist. I don't think he's going to do that this year. He's going to be specifically on that defense. And of course, I am talking about Mr. Patrick Peterson. Dynamic, athletic, fast, aggressive. You throw the ball at him and he gets his hands on it. See you later, dog. I think that if I wanted one cornerback to start my franchise with, I would start it with Patrick Peterson. It's not even a question of who I would start. It would be Patrick Peterson. It would either be Patrick Peterson or Richard Sherman, but I'm starting with Patrick Peterson first. He's that kind of a playmaker on the defensive side of the ball. No question. So, that is my top 5 cornerbacks. Let the debate begin.